Hello and welcome to the Order of Insanity's first D&D session of the Tharomel campaign. Right now, what we're doing is I'm just going to introduce what the players know of the world and just kind of give them a feel for what kind of world they're living in. And then at the end, they'll be rolling some dice in order to go away after this session and finalize their characters. And then next time when we come back, we will have our first actual session with encounters and all of that fun stuff. So for now, I am your game master, Totally Insane Gamer. I'm joined here by 3 players. I've got TFB St. Wayne 1.
Hi, guys.
I've got Mighty Clegg.
Greetings and salutations.
And with us as well, we
hello.
have Tankor.
Indeed.
Very nice. So, without any delay now, since this is kind of secretly our second go at this, I would like to go ahead and introduce to you a flyer that's mysteriously shown up in the western region of Minderal. And without any further ado, I will read this now. Come one, come all. Fame and fortune await those willing and able to seek it. Adventurers, sellswords, knights, treasure hunters, and up-and-comings alike. The great Baron Miser has called you forth. Seek him out at Castle Averton. 1,000 gold reward will be paid for the completion of the Baron's request. Come now and claim your future. Now that flyer mysteriously has appeared at the different communities where our players reside. And at the bottom is attached a map of what they know of as the far eastern mountain range, the edge of the world, an unpassable series of mountains that no one can possibly survive the trek over or around. There are no mountain passes to go through, at least they thought. But at the bottom of this flyer is attached a map that leads to just such a mountain pass. And at the other side of the mountain range, just through the mountain pass, there's a city. The city of Averton. Now, our players are in their respective communities, and the way that Minderal is contained, it's surrounded by raging seas, volatile oceans, the unpassable mountain range to the east. Minderal, to the citizens who live there, Minderal is the world. But in reality, Minderal is just a very small part of the world of Tharomel. Now our players, our adventurers, are getting ready to have their blinders removed. Their eyes are going to be opened to a much bigger world. If they follow this map, which they are doing, they're going to be led through to the city of Averton. And once they've done so, we will join them there. And that is where we will be picking up this adventure. Now let me explain a little bit to you guys about the world that they live in and the way that society reacts to different situations as they understand it. The world of Tharomel, and Minderal especially, is basically inhabited by a good diverse civilization of different races, but what you won't find very many of, especially something you would expect to see more commonly, something that everybody knows of but nobody really ever sees, That race is the race of elves. They're out there, but nobody really knows where. Now, Menderal is also inhabited by what I would consider many smaller communities that are separated by great distance. And in each of those communities, you'll find a very diverse population. You'll find humans. You'll find the occasional dwarves. They're not as commonplace, but they're there. You'll also find, surprisingly enough, minotaurs. And you'll see other races passing through. Most commonly, any of the other races aren't really housed in the diverse communities that you'll find, but they may be found in independent communities around Menderal. And, you'll have a community of kobolds. You'll have other communities around. The other races may be seen in some of these communities, but not as often. But what I was getting down to is minotaurs are obviously a race of more magical type beings. Now, magic in Menderal is treated with great fear more than anything, and most magical creatures have been hunted to extinction. You won't find magic users, at least not very commonly, in Menderal. Now, the world beyond the mountains may very well be different, but our players don't know that world. In the world that they know, minotaurs have been hunted to near extinction. Minotaurs are livestock, beasts of burden, meant to be used for menial tasks, for plowing the fields, for carrying the nobles. They're not very bright. They're not very smart. And they're just meant to be tools used by those greater than them. Now, you'll also find halflings roaming around. And the halflings are probably the more open race. They do have set districts within these communities. You'll see small halfling groups, and they usually will preach towards a more equal standing for all races, and they have long memories, because something else that's missing in Menderal, there is no history. There are no historical documents, no preachers teaching of mistakes or things done properly in the past. All that happens in Menderal are communities separated by distances, surrounded by danger, just striving to survive. And until this flyer from the Baron Miser arrived, our players didn't really think about leaving. But with the promise of 1,000 gold, which is an amount greater than anyone in Menderal can even imagine seeing in front of them, it's drawn out the adventurous side of our players. And not only them, as they make their way to Averton, through the mountain pass, they're passed by many other people headed in the same direction. And these people are moving, some faster, some slower, but many of them are on horseback, which our players do not have. And they may reach Averton sooner, slower. We don't know if our players are traveling to Averton together. They may arrive at Averton separately. But what we do know is that they're all headed to Averton. And let me just, again, draw the picture of the world for you. We have the region Menderal. Now, to put it in realistic terms, picture Europe before the Middle Ages. Europe before there was really any thought of oceanic exploration, but also envision that the way that they saw the world as flat and being contained in Europe, that's how the people of Mindorol have lived for all time as they know it. And they can't really explore outwards, or so they thought, because the wall of mountains to the east is impenetrable. People have tried and perished, or at least left to never return. The seas to the north are raging and violent. There are fishermen along the coast of Mindorol, but if the tides catch them and drag them very far out to sea, within sight of shore those vessels will sink. And same can be said for the oceans. The oceans to the west and to the south of Mindorol. Not only do you have the raging waves and vicious tides to contend with, but occasionally, as a vessel encroaches upon the depths, tentacles will arise and drag the vessel to the under the ocean, never to be seen again. And that's what's led to the inhabitants of Mindorol to be isolated, separated, and feel as though Mindorol is their world. Now, this mountain pass to the east, getting there is surprisingly easy. Most people, when they leave their communities, they have to really do so with great care in bigger groups. But somehow, some way, our adventurers are able to venture forth uninhibited and make it to the mountain pass, where they, like I say, they're not the only ones. There's something strange happening here. This mysterious flyer that's arrived at all of these communities, somehow unanimously dispersed to all the communities, and nobody really knows how, with a promise of fame and fortune to be had in a land no one's heard of or thought existed. I don't know. What mystery does this hold for our players? Now, there went Tankor again.
God damn it.
All right, so what's going to happen next as soon as we get Tankor back is I'm going to bring our players through the mountain pass and have them looking down at the city of Averton. And at the speed that this is going, because I'm keeping a lot of secrets, more secrets than maybe I thought I would even, it's going faster than I thought. So I think we're going to have plenty of time for rolls and all of that. Because with all the technical difficulties, I've really only spoken for what, like 15 minutes of introduction, maybe? I don't know.
Something like that, yeah.
It'll be a good, 25, 30-minute video probably once we have all the rolls done.
It shouldn't matter, Tanj.
I mean, we're all hosting. I mean, nobody's hosting the call. So, I don't know. Welcome back, Tankor. Welcome back.
Sick of this.
That's all right.
Good damn
I have a
Tanj.
feeling it has to do with your internet somehow. Because you came back and you were a little
Maybe.
pixelated there. Are you on wireless?
Oh, I don't know what's going on, man.
You on wireless?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
No, I'm wired.
That's all right. It's not a
I
big
don't know what's
deal.
going on. It's
Like I
just really
say,
bad today.
like tomorrow I'll try to have XSplit set up and I'll use the sidebar. So if we do lose you, then it won't like mess up the arrangement of all the cameras, and we can kind of carry on, and then you can come back in and it won't be really disruptive. So not too big a deal.
Yeah. If it happens again, you just want me to leave out and...
No, not definitely not. We need you.
Okay.
We need you. We can't do this with just two players. That's
Okay.
why we had to stop our Derek Heresy.
Oh
Was
God,
'cause
no!
I mean, we couldn't do it. With just
I
two
would end
players.
up killing I would end up murdering the other player.
Yeah, I'm
There
hoping
would-
that
there
You're
would
going
be
to go
no-
to Thailand to
I
murder
would
I'm
you.
wait
hoping
for him
we'll
to
get
sleep and I would
Joshua
slit
in
his
here.
throat and feast upon his gizzards.
I'm hoping that this will grow and we'll have up to and maybe 6 players when all is said and done. That's kind of the amount that I'm hoping for. At least 5. If we could get 2 more people to join us, then I would be really happy. And that would fit really well on the overlay too, because the way that I've got the 4 cameras above and below, I could shrink down the banner in the middle there and put another camera on either side, and I could have our arrangement of 6 cameras around that, and that would work out about perfect. So I think 6 total, all of us, so 5 players is probably the perfect amount for us. Anyways, I will carry on, and as I was telling people in stream, what's happening next? Our players are departing Menderal, and they're heading into the unknown. They're heading to Averton. So they follow the map that's attached to the bottom of the flyer, and lo and behold, there is indeed a mountain pass. Now, this isn't even a hidden mountain pass. They arrive to find a clearly defined, broad mountain pass, paved mountain path leading through this mountain range that they thought was impenetrable. How did this happen? How does a mountain pass open up through an impenetrable location, paved as if it had been there for 1,000 years? How? But they go through the mountain pass, driven by some sort of draw from this mysterious flyer that just planted something in their soul that's driving them onward, pulling them towards Averton. And like I said, they're not alone. I would say there are hundreds. They've probably passed at least 50, and another 50 have probably passed them going towards Averton. So, what? Anyways, sorry, I got distracted by chat for a second. Was trying to figure out what was being said, because we are live streaming this, just so you guys will know. This has been ported over to YouTube from hitbox.tv, and we will be continuing to stream this live. And anyways, so if you want to follow us on Hitbox, you can do so and watch it while we're live there. But anyways, our players have made it through the mountain pass. And, the mountain pass does kind of arch upwards through the mountains, and then it starts to turn downward. And when the mountain pass turns downward, they get a view of Averton. And what they see is an octagonal city with the mountains coming in on either side from their direction and actually meeting the city walls to enclose it to where only basically 1.5 sides of the city are showing from their direction, but they can see that it stretches out beyond the mountains and wraps around in an octagonal shape. It's strangely arrayed for their time. It looks as though it's an ancient city, and yet it looks brand new. The way the architecture is something that none of them had ever imagined, with the brick walls of the exterior expanding upwards of 25 feet or more. The mountains that actually touch the walls have been cut away, and they're sheer to make the wall even more imposing from the inside of the city. They can see that there are pretty much straight roads leading from each of the 4 gates that are surrounding in different directions, north, south, east, and west. And there's the roads that are straight through the city. And at the center, there's a circular wall. And in the middle of that, they can see that it's surrounded by gardens and trees, but in the middle towers a castle. It has to be the Castle Averton. And that's where they're headed. That is their destination. And as they come through the mountains, The sun is passed overhead and is descending behind them, and shadows are beginning to be cast ahead of them, enveloping the mysterious land so that they can't see beyond the city proper. They see the webbing of streets, but as shadows start to get cast, it becomes an indefinable mass of buildings and civilization in front of them. So they've come through, they reach the city gates, and the guards tell them as they inquire about approaching Baron Miser, they're told that the castle is closed, and they're directed to a local tavern. This tavern is the Bird's Eye Tavern. And this is where we will start tomorrow when we resume our campaign in Tharomel. We will join our adventurers in the Bird's Eye Tavern in Averton, and we'll see what this new land has in store for them. And that is the introduction of our campaign. I hope that it was clear-cut and concise enough that you guys kind of get a picture that things are known in the world, but there's a lot of mystery left. And we're waiting to hear back from our players, and they'll be introducing their characters at the start of our next session tomorrow, and we'll be getting started with the actual adventure. I'm really looking forward to this. But now what we have to do is we have some rolling to do. There are stats that need to be rolled for. So I think what we'll do is we'll do a rotation. We'll have each person roll one at a time and just roll the once, and then the next person roll once, and we'll write down the rolls, each person writing down their individual rolls. I'm going to write down all of them. But what we need to do here is just basically get some rolls done. So I think we'll start with Wayne, if you want to get us started, and then we'll go with Clegg, and Tankor, you can be last.
That I will. The system we're doing is 4d6, take away the lowest one, isn't it, if I remember correctly?
Yeah.
The rolling, yeah. Right, rolling now. Holy crap, that's good.
You have to take away one, though. You have to take away one.
Yeah, that's still good, though.
Yeah, no, that's pretty awesome, dude. Alright, so your first roll is a 16.
16, holy shit.
I have a feeling I know what stat that's going to be. Yeah. Alright, Clegg, you want to go ahead with the next roll?
Yep. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
Yep. Okay, so 12.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Did you already do? Oh, you only. What did you? You rolled 1d6. That's not what you need to do, Tankor.
I don't know what the hell I did right there.
You need to roll 4d6s, and then we'll take away one of them.
I pressed the wrong button, is what I did.
No, you're fine. You hit just the single die icon at the top, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what I hit.
You need to do the advanced roll and put in 3 and then select D6.
This will make it easier for you.
Alright, you should have do it now?
Yeah, go ahead. We're waiting on you. Re-roll, that's too low. No, seriously, that's too low. You need to re-roll that.
Well, you can have it, it'd just be very sucky.
Oh my god.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
I need you to take a deep
I don't think I should
breath.
play this game.
I need you to take a deep breath. And now roll again.
Yeah.
Roll again, man. I hope you don't roll like this, like when we're actually started. Okay, that we can go with that one. That's a 10. So you got a 10. That's fine.
Okay, that's perfectly average. That's fine.
Yeah. All right, Wayne, we're on you again.
Yeah, no problem. Oh god, that's hilarious.
I only allow one. Basically the way I'm doing. The reason why I said that first one was too low.
I'm rolling like a boss.
Apparently. But I only
I'm
allow
rolling like a boss.
I only allow 1-1 in a roll. So like that's why I had you redo the first one because I mean really 8 is an acceptable number, but you had too many ones in the roll. So Wayne just rolled a 17.
Yeah.
Are you hacking this
My
system,
character's
Wayne?
going to be an absolute boss.
Are you hacking the
I
system?
wish I knew how to hack the system.
All right, Clegg, we're on you.
We might have to DM my character at this rate.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. If your numbers are too op, we'll balance it out a bit.
Yeah.
Ah,
Clegg got a 13.
13.
Very nice. 10 core.
I don't want to roll. Alright, here we go. Son of a bitch.
And
That's
you
not
got a
bad,
9.
mate.
A 9 is good. It's just below average.
Yeah.
I see where this is going for Tanch at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crap, I just
Holy
lost the
crap,
number.
what am I doing?
Oh.
I call
Another
half.
You're doing all my
Another
rolls
six-
is what you're doing.
Another 16, huh?
Number 16.
All right, let me look here. I just lost the number in my head. How many rolls do we need to do? Is it 5 or 6?
It's 6
6.
each.
6. Okay, that's what I thought.
6, yeah.
I just
And we're on the third pass now.
yeah, we're just on Clegg's third roll now. Your
Guys, you wanna
stats.
make it easy for
I'm just
yourselves?
gonna
Go
tell
into
you,
the-
we're probably gonna have to DM your stats a bit, Wayne.
Yeah.
From what I know of your character,
As
we're
long
gonna
as I
have
get 2 high ones, I'm happy.
to,
Yeah.
yeah, I know you will.
I've rolled. It gives me a 16.
I don't see it. Oh, there.
Why
it
has
goes.
it not
Okay.
come up? There we go.
16. Nice roll. I tried to give you 166. I think that's a little high. Okay.
Just a little.
What, 16?
No, I said I tried to give you
No,
166. I typed the 6
Oh, that'd be
twice. And I
great.
was like, that's not right.
I'll stick that in strength. I'll stick that in strength, and I'll take a
I need to know what
big
kind
hammer.
of... You don't need to tell me now, but I'm definitely going to have to talk to you privately tomorrow, Clegg, so I can find out what you're doing. Because from what I understand, you haven't shared your thoughts on character creation with anybody yet. So
No. I'm waiting to speak to the DM for that.
okay, we'll do that. We'll do that
There's a
tomorrow.
few things I need to
Or
address with you
if
over it.
you're awake enough when we finish tonight, we can do it tonight if you already have it in mind. All right, Tankor, we're waiting on you, bud.
Yeah.
That's that. You need to roll again.
Nice, what do you get?
There's 2 1s in that.
Yeah, there's too many ones.
Still not a bad roll compared to what he rolled so far.
It might have actually been better
I
than
thi-
what
I
he just said. You're getting 9.
I think you should have took the 12.
Well, it would have been 11. I'll let you choose. You want
11.
the 9 or do you want the 11? I'm guessing you want the 11. We'll give you the 11.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We'll give
Okay.
you the one with multiple ones because your next roll was worse. All right, Wayne.
Yeah.
Is his highest stat 11?
His highest stat is 11 right now. And
Holy
he's
crap,
got a
I'm still
14.
calling
Good
hacks on
stats.
Wayne.
But then again, good stats doesn't mean good gameplay. Look at my last character we did on our last roll play.
All right, Clegg, we're
Had
on
good
you.
stats
now.
and still
Ready?
screwed up everything.
Yep.
On me?
No, on Clegg.
Oh, very poor.
Okay.
Still waiting for it to come.
That's an 8.
Do you want to
You
take
get
the
my
8 or
rolls
do you want to
now.
roll again? You
I'll
want?
roll that again if you don't mind.
No, that's fine. Like I say, if it's got more than one in it, then I'll give you the option.
Yeah, I'll take that one, a 13.
Okay.
It's a nice average number.
Just above average, but yeah, it's still not bad.
Alright.
I'm not saying anything to you, 19 boy.
All right,
I
an
have no
11
clue
for
how I
Tankor.
get it.
Yeah.
Right. Rolling. There we go. That'll do. Got an 8.
You got an 8. There you go. I think I know what that one's going into.
Excellent.
You're not keeping...
I don't think I'm low enough for what I want that to go to.
Just
Okay,
switch
ready?
with me, like, switch my rolls.
I think
Yeah,
I'll keep
ready
my
for
rest
you
of my
there,
rolls,
Clegg.
thank you.
Here comes the dice. Ooh. That's a 9. I'll take that.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yep, Nice,
Tankor?
fine. It's average.
Well, it's just below average, but it's close enough. And you got a 12.
2 1s again.
You want to re-roll it, or do you want to... Well, re-roll it, and if it's lower than 12, you get 12.
Okay, alright. Yeah.
12.
What the hell is going on with your dice, man?
I don't know.
I think you need to go out and buy...
a lead or something.
You need to go out and buy some new dice, man. Holy cow. All right,
Oh,
Wayne
Chad,
got it.
go and buy yourself some lucky dice and
11.
feel them up like
11, yeah.
lovely children.
All right, last roll for Clegg.
I'd say.
Oh my
I'd say don't
unluckiness.
DM mine because it's
You have so many op
Right,
stats,
okay.
I'm not
Rolled.
going to let you roll again on that.
exactly.
I'll take that 13.
All right.
It's
And
a quite a
Tankor,
good,
time for you to
set of
roll a
rolls for me,
20
to be
at
fair.
least. Or just go ahead and get yourself a 24 here so you have an 18 stat.
Right. Oh, for God's sake.
12.
11, that's an 11.
11.
Hey, look at
Yeah.
it this way, Tankor, you're still above average on most stats. So,
You are actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything between 8 and 11 is considered average, so it's not too bad.
all right, so we've got
Yeah,
Wayne
Wayne's just
with
gone OP.
Wayne has a 17, 2 16s, a 14, an 11, and an 8. And he'll have to take those numbers away with him, distribute them into his character sheet in the attributes he sees fit, how he sees fit. And then he'll get with me tomorrow before our session, and we'll make sure it's balanced. Clegg, you've got a 16, 3 13s, a 12, and a 9 to do the same with. And Tankor,
It's a nice
We're
average
sitting-
setup, though.
yeah, and Tankor's got a 12, 3 11s, a 10, and a 9. To be honest,
That's
none
not
of,
too bad,
none
really.
of them are weak. The only thing that may end up having to happen is figuring it out with Wayne and balancing his character a little bit, because I'm okay
But
having
my
maybe
character
this...
will be kind of balanced
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna
because
work
we're going
that
to DM
out.
one of my stats to
Yeah.
really low portions, but yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna DM some of your stuff.
Well, I've got a
So-
3 if you want it, mate.
Well, and
Trust me, it's
Tankor,
going low, yeah,
when
one of
we're
my
working
stats.
on your character creation and stuff too, I mean, obviously you get with Wayne and let him help you a bit, and then
But-
you'll come to me tomorrow, and then we'll
Yeah.
talk about
But with
it
his
as well.
bonuses, he'll have 1 or 2 good stats.
Yeah.
What was his
yeah.
highest stat? 13?
His highest
That
was
means
12.
his
12.
highest stat's probably going to be 15.
Yeah, his highest was
highest
12,
12.
but yeah. He'll still
If
be
he puts that on
decent.
his stat where he gets a
He's
bonus,
still
he'll
going
get
to
a
be
+2,
decent.
so
It's just
fine.
he's actually going to be more of an all-around character. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I hope I don't roll like that
Legs
tomorrow.
is going to be pretty good. Cause
that's pretty much going to conclude what we had to do in stream tonight. Just kind of a short introductory into the world of Tharomel, and allow our players to do their roles, so that they can then go and finalize their characters, as well as kind of knowing the type of world they live in, so that they know, like, they're not going to be coming from an army, because there is no big military force in their region. It's just a bunch of small communities. They may come from their town watch or a group of hunters or something, but they're not going to come from a big military. And there's other constraints that they can find with what I was said as well. There will be some other Talbrick, it's a custom.
to answer your question,
It's custom.
yeah, it's a homebrew. It's a homebrew campaign basically with bits from all of them for characters and such. Tig, isn't it? Remember
Yeah.
correctly?
Yeah, I'll just take from the other campaigns
Use all
what
the
I
player
feel like I
handbooks and that.
need. But I'm just pretty much building this campaign. We're starting it off, with what the players know. As they increase their knowledge of the world, that knowledge for you guys watching will also grow. So you are going to learn along with the players what the world of Tharomel actually holds in store for everyone. It's going to be an adventure not only for the players but for the viewers as well. That's my hope. As the DM, that's all I can hope for, is that I can provide you guys with entertainment, enough mystery that you're curious to see what's going to happen next, and I want you guys to keep coming back Our stream schedule, that is very important. Thanks for asking, Talbreck. We're going to be streaming our first session tomorrow, which is actually, I guess, today now, right? Now that it's after midnight for you guys. It's going to be Saturday, and it's going to be at 8 o'clock UK time, which I think is... What time is that GMT? I think that's 8 o'clock GMT as well, isn't it?
GMT, yeah.
It'll be...
GMT, it's 8 o'clock in the evening.
2000 GMT. Yeah. And we'll be doing probably about a 4-hour session, maximum. It may be a 3 or a 4-hour session, depending on how things are progressing. Obviously, we want to find a good stopping point if they're not finishing the scenario tomorrow. And then beyond tomorrow, we're hoping to meet up at least once a month to continue with the series. We don't have a set weekend because, unfortunately, a lot of us work kind of random schedules each week, and so it's got to kind of work around our work schedules and such. But yeah, we're all very much looking forward to it. And if you follow any of us on Twitter, we'll be tweeting out in advance if we're finalizing that we're definitely going to have a session that weekend. We'll put that out on Twitter and let everybody know. And if you haven't followed me on Twitter yet, you can find the link to it down in my profile tab under the video on Hitbox there. And yeah, below. And even on YouTube, once I get this ported over to that, you'll also see a link for my Twitter in the description. So keep your eyes out for that, and I look forward to you all joining back hopefully tomorrow to hear a little bit more of the story of Tharomel and finding out exactly what the city of Averton has in store for our players. I can tell you that I am very, very excited. This has been something I've been working on for a number of months now, that we knew that we were going to be doing this. The story builds up in the mind, but once you actually put it down on paper and you start bringing in the numbers from the D&D rule set, it really starts to take shape. And as the DM, I'm extremely excited to see how the players handle the scenario. So we're using D&D 4.0 primarily because if other people want to join in, we can write them in and they can pick up the 4.0 rule set pretty easily. It's a little more generic rule set. It's a little easier to use working over the internet like this as well, because obviously we're not all sitting at a table together and we can't interact in person with one another. So that's why we're using 4.0. So is there anything else before we go? Yeah, it'll be 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Correct, because we've sprung forward already. We're actually in daylight time now, though, Talbrick, so it's going to be Central Daylight Time, Eastern Daylight Time. It'll be 3 and 4 respective, because 5-hour change between GMT and us right now. What were you going to say, Wayne?
So there's going to be hopefully some interesting characters we're going to introduce you tomorrow. My character is a bit unique. I'm not sure about the old lads yet, 'cause I'm not sure what they're planning on doing, but it should be some fun.
I had to know enough about Wayne's character to prepare the entire world for his character. So just know that.
And one of my stats is going to be very heavily DM'd. I'm just saying that as well.
Yes. Yeah, we've got some balancing to do for his character, story-wise and statistic-wise, obviously. So,
otherwise, my character would be godlike with these stats at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
Well, it's quite powerful, yeah.
Can you guys think of any? Oh, there's that stupid ad. That's another reason why I need to use the sidebar, because that ad pops up and screws up how the screens are arranged. But it only pops up like once every hour or 2 hours. I don't know. I think it's every 2 hours. Yeah. All right.
But we're hoping for a lot of fun and a good show for anyone who decides to watch.
Yeah, I'm definitely
It's
looking
going to
forward
be
to
a
it.
great laugh.
Since our Dark Heresy campaign fell through due to the loss of a player, I've been antsy to get this started. We were originally going to start back in January when Wayne moved into his new locale and such, but that kind of didn't work out, and so it's taken us this long into 2014 to get this organized and get it started. So,
Yeah.
anyways, look forward to seeing you all at, like we said, 2000 GMT on the morrow, or I guess today now. So, without any further ado, I will say farewell. This is Totally Insane Gamer, signing out. You guys want to say
Farewell.
All right.